So the first thing we're going to have to do is remove the panels that are kind of on the side here. We're going to start on this side first. Now, what I'm going to do first is we have a small piece of trim right up here. This kind of just comes off to the front. So we're just going to pull that piece of trim off. Then I'm going to come and we have a piece of trim in the front. Now we want to pull this off, basically off of this panel here. So just up to like this point will be fine. There's a bunch of little tabs here. You can kind of just pop these out. And then we can just kind of move that over and out of the way. And then we have a bunch of fasteners that we have to take out. This panel does kind of go all the way up into the back there.
Pry up the center of the rivet first. This will unlock it. Next, pry up the base of the fastener.
The steps needed to access the other side are the same as this side.
So once we have those off, we should be able then to just lift up this panel. Be careful of the washer cap there. But we can just pull that whole panel completely off there. And then we'll go do the same thing on the other side here.
Remove the rivets. Pry up the center of the rivet first. This will unlock it. Next, pry up the base of the fastener.
On this panel, your hood release cable here is kind of attached. So you will just want to kind of disconnect that. You can kind of just pop it off of there and then...
Remove the trim. Remove the Torx bolts by turning them counterclockwise.
Turn the wheel to give yourself better access to the lining.
Now we're going to come, we have this piece of trim right here that we need to remove basically up to where the bumper connects here. So I would kind of start at the bottom. You can use like a plastic panel puller here to kind of help you, but basically we're just kind of wiggling and pulling this back. And basically we just want to make sure this gets pulled back up to where the bumper connects here, and then we can just kind of leave that.
Remove the bolts by turning them counterclockwise.
So what we're going to do is we're going to come up here. This is kind of where the bumper connects. We're going to pull back the lining here. And then we're going to look up in here. Now, there's one bolt that kind of sits like this way. So there's one kind of on the top. And then there's another one in the back that kind of sits this way. So the head of it is like on the other side. These are both 8mm bolts. I'm having to use a snake bit here to get these out. And then there's another one a little bit further back here that we can get. And again, this one kind of, the head of this one kind of faces down where that other one kind of faced up.
Turn the wheel to give yourself better access to the lining.
We're gonna do the same thing with the trim that we did on the other side, basically removing it up to this point. So again, we'll start at the bottom here.
Remove the bolts by turning them counterclockwise. Remove the wheel well lining.
There are two bolts that need to be removed.
So the last thing we need to do is come to the bottom, and all basically right along the front here, there's a bunch of 8mm bolts we're going to need to remove in order to get this bumper off.
Remove the bolts by turning them counterclockwise.
There are 10 bolts that need to be removed.
So now that we have all the bolts and whatnot off, we're going to come one side or the other, doesn't matter which first. We're going to see where this connects, and we need to kind of pull it this way first. So we need to kind of pull down and then back like that. And you can see now this is pretty loose there. We're going to go do the same thing on the opposite side here. So now we have the sides disengaged. We're gonna remove this bumper. Now, just a heads up, there are some pins. They're kind of like located here and here, and they're like vertical. So you can't, if you have trouble pulling, you should be able to kind of just pull this straight back, but if you're having trouble, you may have to kind of lift up on it a little bit. But we're basically just gonna come to the front here, kind of lift up a little bit and kind of pull back. We'll do the same thing over here, just kind of lift up and pull back. It can kind of get caught up a little bit on some stuff here, so just, so now we've pulled this back like a little bit here. Now there's some wiring. It's like right here, kind of underneath this housing, and then same spot on the opposite side, there's like a wiring harness on this side too. Now, because we pulled this back, this is gonna give us a little bit better access to this. So we're just gonna come in here and essentially, we're just going to disconnect this, this connector right here.
Push the tab and pull the connector to remove it.
We're going to do the same thing then over here on this side. Again, I'll try and get close-ups on this for you, Marty. We have a tab here, and then there's a tab on the other side, so you got to kind of pinch these together and pull that connector off. And then we also need to get this off of here, so you have to kind of slide it back and off like so. Now that we have those connectors disconnected, we're going to remove this. I did put a rug down here so that we won't scratch the paint or anything. Now, once we get it back far enough, there is another connector right here in the front we're going to have to remove. This is for the camera, so reach down in here. So the connector we're looking for, that's kind of right in the middle of the bumper here when we kind of reach behind, it's going to be right here. You're going to push the tab on that one and remove it from this section, and then the wiring harness for it is actually in there, so you need to pry that wiring harness out. Now, we can't really get a shot of this on camera because it's not really easy enough to see. So when you do go to take these off, take this one off, remove the cord there, and then we do have the other one, which is right down here, that's connected to the camera. This is kind of where the plug is going to go in on the bottom here, and then these two little tabs kind of click into it. So when you take this out, you got to kind of pry these tabs kind of away from the connector, and then pull the connector out of the bottom there, like so, and then that's how that's going to disconnect. And then when you reconnect it, all you're going to have to do is push it back in, and these little clips here should kind of click in there. So we're going to bring the bumper back up. Now, a couple things I want to point out here. When we go to bring this up, this bottom panel sits over kind of this other panel that's on the bottom here. So when you bring it up, just kind of lift it up. Also, we have these two little kind of pins. They kind of, there's one there and one here, and they kind of go up. Those actually kind of go into a section right here. So when you're lining those up, you may have to kind of get those in there, possibly even push down a little bit on them. So what we'll do here then, we're going to bring this up. We're going to get this up into position here. Make sure these wires are out of the way. All right, we're going to bring this back up, kind of into position. Now, I would kind of get this up here before reattaching any of these wires and stuff. It's probably just going to make this a little bit easier for you. But again, we want to get those pins on there. Now, we kind of have this up, but we may have to kind of pull this back a little bit to reconnect some of these connectors, and we'll come in here and reconnect a few of these guys. We're good. Now the next thing we're going to do is we still have the kind of side off here, so we can kind of reach down here and reconnect these connectors. There's one here, We'll reconnect that one.
Push the connector straight in to connect the new bulb.
And then we're going to come over, same thing on the other side here. Again, we're going to do this while this bumper's still kind of loose here.
Push the connector straight in to connect the new bulb.
We're going to come to one side or the other and kind of put this up into position, so kind of get it down in the front of the light. And then we want to kind of push up. There are some tabs that'll help you kind of line this up. Now, there's probably going to be a bit of a gap here still. When we put those bolts back in, that should kind of cinch that up for us, so we'll just kind of leave it for now. Go do the same thing on the opposite side. So now we're going to come up, we got the bumper kind of in place, we're going to put the bolts in. Remember, there's one kind of more towards the front that's facing this way, and then there's another one that's kind of facing that way. So I would hand tighten these, get these in here, and then we'll get up in here.
Replace the bolts by turning them clockwise.
It's a good idea to hand tighten the bolts before securing them to the vehicle.
Now we're going to bring the trim back in. Now, my suggestion on this would be there's kind of a tab on the bottom. All these other tabs should kind of be lined up, but we'll just kind of get that one in the bottom. And then we should be able to just kind of come around and just give her a little whackarino here.
Turn the wheel to give yourself better access to the lining.
We're going to go in and put the bolts in that secure the bumper here. Remember, we have the closer one, which kind of, the bolt's kind of on the top, and then the one that's a little further back, and the bolt goes the opposite way, so the bolt's kind of on the bottom. So we want to get in here and replace both of those.
Replace the bolts by turning them clockwise. Align the trim and secure it to the vehicle. Replace the bolts by turning them clockwise.
So now we're going to come back to the top and put these 4 bolts in. Now, you may have to kind of push on this a little bit to kind of get it in the proper position here, and then put these bolts back in.
Replace the Torx bolts by turning them clockwise. Align the panel with the body before securing it to the vehicle. It's important to make sure it's set properly, otherwise it won't attach correctly. Replace the rivets. Align the base of the rivet first. Next, push down on the center to lock it in place. Align the trim and secure it to the vehicle.
So we're going to bring this panel back in. We do need to connect the cables here. They kind of clip on underneath this panel. So once we get this into place right here, just clip that back on. Super easy. And then we do got to kind of tuck it under this section here, but once we kind of get it in there, it should...
Replace the rivets. Align the base of the rivet first. Next, push down on the center to lock it in place. Align the trim and secure it to the vehicle.